Welcome to the Air cDMS demonstration video. Air cDMS is a cloud-based document management system built natively on the AppCloud platform. During this demonstration, I will cover situations which are commonly found in organizations using document management to track versions. I will also demonstrate how Air Explorer provides a standalone Air cDMS user interface and seamless integration with Sales and Service Cloud record types. I am logged in as Amanda Smith, who is a standard Air user. The typical Air user creates content, versions, and collaborates with users from the Sales or Service Cloud. I will now demo some of the typical tasks you can accomplish using Air cDMS. With Air Explorer, you can navigate around a vault. A vault is the highest level of organization. In this view, you will see all the vaults available to you. There may be multiple vaults or just one. Each vault is then broken down into drawers, folders, which can have subfolders, as well as uploadable content called documents. Once you select a specific vault, in this instance, Jane's Company LLC, a list of all drawers located inside of that vault display beneath it. Each drawer can then be selected and expanded to show the folders that it holds for further organization. For instance, if we open Human Resources, we have a folder labeled Employees. If you open the folder labeled Employees, you will see further folders. If we open the subfolder labeled Amanda Smith, you will see yet another subfolder called Quarterly Reviews, as well as you can upload a document. Each folder can contain subfolders, hold documents, or a combination of both. You can create as many levels of subfolders within subfolders as you need to organize your content. Documents are added within these folders and can be in a variety of formats, some of which are digital copies of physical documents, known as PDFs, pictures or video files, PowerPoints, spreadsheets, any type of file that you may need. Users are unable to create their own vaults or drawers, but they can create folders, subfolders, and documents as necessary. Your admin will be the only one who can create and edit vaults and drawers. Now let's dive into creating folders and documents. Folders can only live inside of drawers, so for this example, let's use Human Resources. We will go inside of the folder labeled Employees, and under Subfolders, we're going to click New Folder. This page will ask you to give your folder or subfolder a name. Let's call this folder Michael Miller. We can pretend he's our new hire. I'm also going to put in an optional description. Hire date, April 18th, 2017. Then I'm going to click Save. This will bring you to your newest folder. By using our breadcrumb, we can go back and click Employees. And when we scroll down, you will see our newest folder has been added. Step 2 would be to upload a document into our newly created subfolder. Scroll down to the document title and click New Document. Here, you will select Choose File to search your computer for the file you'd like to upload. You have optional fields to plug in information, such as your own document name. Let's call this Michael Employee Contract. You have other optional fields such as department, approval or publish dates, and status. When you're ready, click Save. Here inside of Michael Miller's folder, you can see the previous folder we created, as well as our new document. A common occurrence that users will run into is the need to view a document. Since documents live inside of folders, we will make our way to one. Drawer, folder, subfolder. When I open subfolder Quarterly Reviews, I can scroll down to Documents. I will click on the document name here to get to the Details page. Here you can see necessary information regarding the document as well as the version, but we'll come back to versions. We also have integrated Salesforce tasks and events to documents. For now, let's just view the file. This will open a new Internet tab to let me view the document. Commonly, users will need to reserve documents for editing purposes. For this scenario, I will use the Information Technology drawer and the folder labeled Rhine Project. To reserve content for editing, you need to first select the document, which will bring you to the document detail page. Here, you will see buttons for reserve and share this version. The reserve button allows you to make changes to a document while locking the content so that only you can edit it at one time. Other users can still view the document while it is in a reserved status, but only you are able to edit the content of the document while you have it reserved. Once you've clicked on Reserve, you will be brought to a new screen that tells you the document's name, the current version number, and gives you an optional space to leave a comment. This comment will display on the document view page. When you're ready, select Reserve. Since you now have the document in a reserved status, your document detail page will look slightly different. You will now have new buttons labeled Edit Properties, Cancel Reserve, Return, or Share this version. Once you have reserved the document and made any necessary changes, it is time to re-upload. This is done by returning the document. Once you make your way back to the document detail page, you can select the Return button. The document will retain its original title that was chosen when the initial file was uploaded, and it will show its current version. To classify the changes that you made to the document from the previous version to its current state, you will select either Minor or Major. Something to note here is that your admin may change how the versioning is notated in your Air Explorer. But with our default settings, the first minor change to an initial or 1.0 version will be notated as version 1.1, whereas a major change to a 1.0 version would be notated as version 2.0. Once that selection is made, you have the ability to leave an optional comment describing the changes that you made to the document, which will display on the document detail page. The last step is to select the new file that you'd like to upload. When you're ready, select Return. When the document is returned, the View File page will be returned to how it looked previously, with the two options for Reserve or Share this version. When you want to send or show someone a document, simply select the Share this version button on the document detail screen. This page will provide you with a list of available users to share this document with. You may share the document with as many users as you wish. Simply select the user and click Add. At the bottom here, you also have the option to send a message along with a link to the document you are sharing with them. You can put a quick note in or a reference as to why the user may need it. This document and the message will show on whoever's chatter you share it with. This is what the chatter post would look like on the user's feed. It includes the message you left, a link to the document, as well as the version number. An additional function you may need to perform is requesting. This is done when a document has already been reserved by another user, but you need to make changes to it before they have returned it. This will only appear on the document detail screen if it is already in a reserved status. To request it, click the document you need. This will bring you to the document detail page. Here, you will see buttons for Request Document and Share this version. Click Request Document. When requesting the document, it will automatically send notice to the person who currently has the document reserved. You can add an optional message here as well if you wish to let the user know why you are requesting the file. When you're satisfied with your message, select Send Request. This is what the chatter post will look like on the user's feed. It includes the message that you left and a link to the document. Your admin can add functionality to allow users to create folders and documents inside of existing Salesforce objects, such as accounts, cases, contacts, leads, and opportunities. These folders and documents will live inside of your cDMS app, located here, as well as in the appropriate CRM object. If you go back to your Sales or Service Cloud here, you can locate the CRM function that you wish to add the folder and documents to. For this example, let's use Accounts. From there, you're taken to your Accounts homepage where you can select the appropriate account that you wish to keep a folder in. Once on the account level, you can create a new folder by hovering here or selecting New Folder. This action directs you to the New Folder page, which attaches the cDMS folder to the Salesforce object you selected. Let's call this folder Call History. After the folder has been created, you can then add subfolders and new documents underneath it from the folder detail page. We can select New Document, choose a file, and upload the appropriate one. Once these are created, they will then be visible back again in your Sales Cloud. Here, as well as here.